We're in the middle of a streak where 5 out of 6 Breeders' Cups are being run in Southern California. That means that during these 6 years, the Breeders' Cup will be in Los Angeles more often than Kobe Bryant. 5 out of 6. Can someone ask Bo Derek if she's willing to travel once in a while? And welcome to Lenny's Place. We've moved the studio out here to beautiful Santa Anita for the Breeders' Cup this week. Glad you could come with us. We've got gorgeous weather. We've got a record number of entries. We're going to have big fields, great betting races. We've got it all going on here. Kudos to Breeders' Cup for doing the right thing. They've given $40,000 to all foreign horses for their travel expenses. They've paid $10,000 for all domestic horses who aren't stabled here. If you're stabled here, you got a cup of coffee, but they're paying for these horses to come over. It's the way major jurisdictions do it around the world. Congratulations for Breeders' Cup. It has worked. We may not have the best Europeans, but we got a lot of them. And we do have defending champion Dank back for the filly and mare turf. We have defending champion Magician back to defend his title in the turf. So good luck to them and good work by the Breeders' Cup. One thing I'm not in agreement with Breeders' Cup is their new rule not to let assistant trainers take over for a suspended trainer. I know this sounds like a good deal. Law and order, stick it to the bad guys. I get that. Let's take a closer look at it, though. For racing jurisdiction, gives a guy 60 days and mandates that those horses have to move. What happens to those horses? They go to new barns. They're not used to the routine. Bad for the horses. They don't do well like that. What happens to the grooms? What happens to the hot walkers? What happens to the assistant trainers? Their families. No work, no pay for 60 days. It's an awful bad penalty to have to pay. How about the owners? They have to go find new trainers for their horses all of a sudden. It's not easy to do, folks. It really isn't. I'm not a lawyer. I just play one on video. But if you have a licensed trainer who has no violations and you're telling me that these guys cannot train these horses, I think that's unconstitutional. I'd hate to see it go to a lawsuit, but it would, and I don't think that the jurisdictions would win that. So let's take another look at it. Let's penalize these cheaters. Let's penalize them hard. Let's not penalize the grooms and the hot walkers and the owners and the horses themselves. That doesn't make a lot of sense. We have a special treat for you today, our interview with the great New York trainer, Chad Brown, coming up right now. We're here with the man from Mechanicville, the place where the Baskin-Robbins has 2 flavors. Is that not correct?
No, it's a city, man. It's pretty big now. We got a few ice cream shops and a handful of stop signs. We're doing all right.
Okay, when you were a kid, you needed to get into trouble. You got away from the parents on Saturday night. Where was the big hangout?
You know, you just, like any city, go down to the local playground when it gets dark out. You find lots of trouble around there.
Okay. All right. Not only a great trainer, a very good friend. We first met at Monmouth 2007. Bobby Franco had stayed in California. You were in charge of Ginger Punch and the distaff.
Is it still raining there,
by
the way?
I expected this nervous Nelly, this young assistant kid who was in the Breeders' Cup, he's over his head. You were so impressive, so calm and confident and collected. How important was that experience? Because you went on your own right after that, really.
No, it was good. It was right towards the end of me working with Bobby, and probably less pressure because he wasn't there, actually. You know, that's when you were seeing a nervous Chad Brown run around and barking at me. But no, it ended up working out okay. It was my last time working with him, and from there on, we started our own business.
Yeah, and then, of course, the next year right here at Santa Anita, Marum, for you as the head trainer, that had to be huge, your first year out to win a Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, what a break, what a break. And, you know, really got our business rolling. People started to take notice, and every time we come back to Santa Anita, we think about that. It's what kind of got started for us on our own.
I'm still waiting for the nervous Chad Brown. I don't think I've seen him yet.
You know, when you train horses long enough or an assistant long enough, you have to have pretty thick skin, so not too much makes me nervous anymore.
And you must have gotten a little nervous last year when Bobby's kitten went out and like a freight train there. Of course, he's back this year. Is he rateable? Did you figure out he's really not rateable? Did you figure out that Ken Ramsey's blood pressure was was off the charts? What happened there?
If he's not rateable going 41 and change down the hill at Santa Anita, he'll never be rateable. So we're hoping that he gets run off the bit a little bit, and maybe he'll be off the pace this time.
So down the hill might help.
I'm just figuring, you know, if I'm going to get this horse off the pace, I have to find the fastest fractions in North America to do it. It's down the hill.
Speaking of Santa Anita, how is it shipping horses, you know, cross country for an event like this? Is it logistically and for the horses' standpoint, is it tough?
It's challenging. Like, you know, case in point, yesterday with our horses, the plane was delayed and we got in here at midnight last night. But horses are pretty resilient. They can put up with a lot of stuff, and I think the ship east to west has been okay. You look at the results from the Breeders' Cup; it's pretty fair. If anything, maybe the East Coast horses have won a couple extra races over the West Coast horses. So I don't think anyone can really blame the travel by and large.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you a question about Startup Nation because I'm covering that race. As you know, I am your good luck charm. So talk to me about Startup Nation.
You know, this horse, he's ran a little flat last time. I don't know if it was just being inside or if he just didn't like Belmont as much as the two big wins at Saratoga. I'm not sure. He's come out of the race, he's trained well, and hopefully he catches some more pace to run at and maybe makes that wide move like he did in his first two races, and he can turn it around.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. We're going to Keeneland next year for the Breeders' Cup. Will you come out to my farm and train my dogs for me for a couple of days?
I don't know how much I know about that, but I know enough people in Kentucky. I can send over an expert in that area.
Come on.
You'll just watch.
There's a playground out there. We can get in trouble. We can do whatever you want.
Oh, there's plenty of stuff to get in trouble in Kentucky, too, trust me.
Chad Brown, good luck with the Breeders' Cup and all 89 of your horses here.
Thank you.
All right. I want to thank our viewers. I want to thank our sponsor, Darby Dan Farm. I want to thank the great Chad Brown for appearing with us. Have a great Breeders' Cup, everybody. We'll see you next time right here at Lenny's Place. Here's we first met. The Breeders' Cup 7 years ago at Monmouth, Bobby Frankel State in California. You had...
Whoa! What's sitting on here? We're going to make the blooper reel at the end of Lenny's Place.